Hello everybody, Loto for Life here, bringing us a brand new video. This time around we got the new Marincess archetype, well, not archetype, they've already been revealed, but we got more stuff for them. So, I can't remember if I ever did cover the Marincess from the next set for us, Rising Rampage, but I was kind of disappointed, okay? The fact that Blue Angel ditched Trickstar for the deck had me honestly disappointed, especially with the stuff that we initially got revealed not being the greatest. I mean, it's good, but it didn't feel like the deck had a win condition. This time around, though, with the new stuff where they more than like triple the amount of cards the archetype has, it's looking pretty good, I'm going to be honest. So, first and foremost, we get the adorable Marincess Mandarin, who is a level 1 water Cypress effect monster, 100 attack, 100 defense. If you can only use this card's name once per turn, effect per turn. Basically, it's a hard once per turn. I don't know why Japan has to word it so weirdly, but anyways. If you control 2 or more Marincess monsters and this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 1 water link monster you control, spell summon this card from your hand or graveyard to your zone that monster points to, but banish it if it leaves the field. Pretty good card overall here. It's going to be really good working with the other stuff because it's a 1-for-1 target, so you can 1-for-1 pitch something else. Some of the other monsters have graveyard effects, so you can ditch one of those. Spell summon her from deck, link off, use her effect, spell summon her back. You know, it's going to be really good to see how that works. Next up, we got Marincess Crowntail. This is, from what I can tell, pretty much everybody thinks is the worst of the stuff. So she's a level 5 water Cypress effect monster. 600 attack, 2300 defense. You can only use her first and second effect once per turn. Hard once per turn as well. During damage calculation, when two monsters are battling, you can send one other Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand, and if you do, half the damage you would take from that battle. At the start of the damage step, when your opponent's monster's attacked, you can banish this card from your graveyard. For the rest of this turn, you do not take any damage that is less than 1,000 times the combined link rating of Marincess Link monsters in your graveyard. Considering this archetype is all about linking up and just link climbing, that's not bad for the second effect. The first effect is lacking, in my opinion. She should be able to save your monster from being destroyed in battle, okay? If freaking Destiny Heroes can have Destiny Hero Dreamer, who does basically the same thing but from the graveyard and does not require a discard, but however also saves the monster from being destroyed in battle and prevents any battle damage, I don't see why Marincess can't have that too. Heck, Destiny Hero Dreamer is an objectively better version of this card. I do like the second effect for the graveyard effect, and honestly, I do feel like that if anything, that's what she's going to be used for. She has really good art too. Like, honestly, she's one of my favorites in terms of artwork-wise. I love this whole archetype in terms of its artwork, in all honesty. Next up, we got Marincess Blue Tang, or in other words, Dory! Oh god. From here on out, she is Dory. So anyways, she's a level 4 water Cypress effect monster, 1500 attack, 1200 defense. You can only use each of her effects once per turn. She has 2 effects. If this card is no more special summon, you can send 1 Marincess monster from your deck to the graveyard, except a copy of herself. So obviously you load up your graveyard with Crowntail or Mandarin or anything else, and just be able to, you know, set up for stuff. Now, she's sent to the graveyard as a material for a link monster, well, water link monster. You can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, add 1 excavated Marincess card to your hand. Shuffle the other cards into your deck. So this card is basically Solomon Great Foxy combined with Solomon Great, oh crap, what's his name? Gazelle. This thing is really good. The only thing that prevents it from being broken is having an inherent special summoning effect. So you gotta basically normal summon her or special summon her for another means, but I can see this card getting abused to high hell. Very, very good card overall. And then we got Marincess Crystal Heart, a link 2 with bottom left and bottom right arrows, and 0 attack. A beautiful artwork though. I honestly could not tell that there was a face there when not looking at it like here. I thought it was like a veil or something. But anyways, needs 2 water monsters. While this card is in the extra monster zone, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Any monster that battles this card is unaffected by card effects that for its own during the damage step only. When this card or a Marincess monster this card points to, select for an attack, you can send 1 Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard. Your battling monster cannot be destroyed by this battle, also you take no damage from this battle. This is literally basically Destiny Hero Dreamer, and with 2 other effects. This thing is really good in all honesty. Just being able to block your monsters from being killed, load up your graveyard, and just being an all-around nuisance. The fact that it can't basically be destroyed in battle and it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects. This thing is annoying. I love it. This is so cool. It's a really good card overall. And honestly, probably going to be the main one you want in the extra monster zone. Moving on, though, you're going to be... The way that the deck seems to be working is that you want to use her as material for the other ones. But, oh well. We'll see. We'll see how it works. So, then we got the boss monster for the deck. And that was my main issue with the deck previously, is that they didn't have the boss monster, and we finally got it. This is the Link for Marincess Wonderheart, who, by the way, just awesome artwork. You can see the crystal heart in the middle there and everything. It's just so cool. I love this design. It's just awesome. I love it. And then we also have a Link one after this. So, Marincess Wonderheart, 2400 attack, points left, right, and bottom right and bottom left. Once per damage calculation, when this card is battling a monster, you can spell summon one Marincess monster card equipped to this card. And if you do, this card cannot be destroyed by this battle. Also, you take no battle damage from that battle. During the end phase, equip the special summon monster to this card. If this card is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can spell summon Link 3 or lower Marincess monster from your graveyard. Which basically sets you up for making another copy of her. So you might be wondering, how the heck do you actually equip her with an equip card? Well, the new field spell does that for you, and we'll get into that here in a minute. First and foremost, we got one more Link to get to, and this thing is really, really nice. Not only is she adorable, but she has a darn good effect. Oh my god, she's adorable. So, Link 1, Water Cyber's effect. Link monster, obviously. 1000 attack, points left, which is a really weird Link arrow, but oh well. Needs one level 4 lower Marincess monster. You only Link summon one copy of her per turn. If this card is Link summoned, you can add one Marincess spell from your deck to your hand. Very, very, very good card overall. If I recall correctly, Marincess only have traps with the exception of the field spell, but which basically makes this thing into a Bale Links for the deck. But however, it's able to search any Marincess spell. So, very good card overall. I'm kind of hating how they're making all the Cyber's archetypes basically Salamangreats. Like, seriously, this deck has so much similar to Salamangreats already, but it's got a lot of its own unique mechanics, so going to be interesting to see if it actually does anything. So its field spell is Marincess Battle Ocean. Obviously it's a field spell, I mentioned that earlier. Awesome artwork as well. It looks like it's an aquarium with like a battle thing going on. Kind of cool. Marincess monsters you control gain 200 attack, and they also gain 600 attack for each equipped Marincess equipped card, which it can stack up like crazy. Second effect, monsters you control in the main extra monster zone that were Link summoned using Marincess Crystal Heart as material are unaffected by your opponent's card effects, which basically makes it to where your Link monsters, have Marincess Crystal Heart's effect, the primary effect at least, the main one that makes it like really obnoxious, which is pretty nice. But however, this thing can get destroyed rather easily and probably won't last a turn or two. I digress though. Third effect, and this is where the equip card thing comes into play, and I really hope we get other ways to equip stuff, but oh well. When you Link summon a Marincess Link monster to your extra monster zone, you can activate this effect. Choose up to 3 Marincess Link monsters with different names in your graveyard and equip them to that Link monster. That Link summon monster. Okay. So none of these are once per turn effects for one thing to note, which is really nice. I mean, this is a continuous effect, but I digress, and so is this. So really the only effect that isn't continuous is this one, but I digress. Okay, this is a really good card overall, but it doesn't really do much other than, just making it to where your monsters get beefy and can actually do the equip stuff, which kind of sucks that this is the only way to equip onto Wonderheart right now. I really wish Wonderheart had a way to equip monsters herself, but I just mainly hope that the deck gets other ways of doing it, because right now only having one card that does it is a bit obnoxious. Moving on, we got Marincess Snow. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. Its one and only effect is if a Marincess Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one of those monsters. Link summon a Marincess monster from your extract using a lower Link rating than that monster, and as long as you control it, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So, Yeah, it doesn't say special summon and then treat it as being link summon. It just says you get to link summon during your opponent's turn using that. It's a nice effect to an extent, but it would be better on a continuous trap, I'll be honest. Not the biggest fan of this card. Or if it at least had the effect that the other traps do, it'd be nice. And what is that effect? Well, if you control a Link 3 or higher Marincess monster, you can activate this card from your hand. Why does this not have that? Marincess Cascade is the other new trap card, and it's another normal trap card where if you control a Link 3 or higher the Marincess monster, you can activate this card from your hand. Obviously, like the other traps, except for this one. First and only effect, you can banish, you banish any number of Marincess Link monsters you control until your next standby phase. Then, target one face-up monster on the field. That monster gains attack equal to the Link ratings of the monster's banished to activate this card times 300. It's just another attack buff. It's okay. It's nice. I don't think it's going to be heavily played. The other traps are just objectively better at this point. Even the one that can't be activated from the hand. So, I don't know if it's going to actually get played or not, but it is a nice card for trying to push for game. So, what do you guys think? Thank you for watching. Have a great day. What do you guys think that this deck needs? I feel like they still need maybe another good card or two. Preferably another spell card. But, what do you guys think? Have a great day. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And see y'all later. Peace out. Goodbye.